We've already seen quite a bit of storm damage. The National Weather Service has confirmed an E-F0 tornado touched down in Godley. That's in Johnson County, southwest of Fort Worth. Let's go to video now. Look at the damage in Godley. The tornado hit a mobile home park, injuring at least 3 people, among them a mother and daughter who neighbors had to rescue.
Couldn't move, but she was talking and she was okay. We asked her where her mother was.
The mother and her adult daughter were both taken to the hospital with serious injuries. Now, the National Weather Service also just confirmed an E-F0 tornado in DeSoto. That's where we find Channel 8's David Goins. I know this doesn't surprise you, David. You were calling that this morning on your Twitter feed.
Yeah, we saw that with kind of a storm path, Izzy. This on-again, off-again rain as this front comes through is certainly the on-again moment. But the National Weather Service was here about the 4 o'clock hour, and they said, look, this roof being torn off is really indicative of what they'd consider a very narrow but very powerful tornado. Certainly damage you can see on the ground. As we talk to people who live in this neighborhood, they can certainly hear it this morning, too. It's right when you've made plans.
We had just finished painting. We were doing some trim and things like that.
That life takes that unexpected turn, even when you're fast asleep.
Heard a loud crack, the wind's getting really, really high.
It woke Christopher Spellman up.
And all of a sudden, the crack turned into a boom. It's probably a split second after that, the roof started to come off, and you could hear all the cracking, and the kids start screaming. So I was just trying to do whatever I could to get them out the room.
His 2 daughters were okay. Their room wasn't. Neither is the house that he and his wife have shared together for the past 15 years.
Full ceiling in the living room had been just basically dismantled.
Spellman's home, one of 30 houses the city of DeSoto says took on damage early Tuesday morning from 95 to 100-mile-an-hour winds. HD Chopper 8 gives you a better perspective. Roofs pulled off, fences blown over, and this light pole knocked down at a DeSoto church.
Unfortunately, like these homeowners weren't expecting it.
The surprise storm kept Hector Rios, a Cedar Hill contractor, busy all day.
Everything on the inside is pretty much wet.
With all the water damage, I don't really think any of it can be saved.
Spellman worked Tuesday to get his house tarped as well before more storms rolled in. Admittedly, possessions are lost. Perspective is not.
These are just things we got out safe, me, my wife, and my kids. So that's the blessing in all of this. So you just keep your faith in God and keep a good insurance player.
Pretty good perspective, certainly, after a storm like this. Now, this type of damage kind of dots all throughout DeSoto, the homes, the 30 homes that were affected, and that church and a car wash just to our northeast. Again, that National Weather Service saying an E-F0 tornado. Live in DeSoto, David Goins, Channel 8 News.